Hey, good morning. Good day, everybody. How's everybody doing? So, here we are, April 17th. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time. And hope everyone's doing well. And I really do mean that. And I want to tell you a little bit about why I do this every week, just as a reminder for some people that we're in extraordinary times. And so we're getting a lot of calls from a lot of people. And there's a common theme, a common need, which is hope and encouragement. And since I can't be on the phone with everyone, I thought if I did a little snippet here, try to lighten things up. Obviously, I'm not a professional. I say sometimes I make faces with my mouth. I'm just a regular guy. I don't have a huge script. I have some notes, but a lot of it just comes from my heart. And so when I do these things, yes, it's for you, but some of it's for me too. It just makes me feel better that I can connect and let you know a little bit of what's on my heart, but our heart as an agency here. And we are an agency of heart. So today I just want to talk a little bit about things that you see isn't always what it is. And what I mean by that is sometimes we have to have hope and faith in what we don't even see yet. You know, like lately we've had some pretty bad storms. Um, and we see the storm because we're in the storm, but we know tomorrow is going to be a better day, sunny, just like today. It's a beautiful day today. So while we're in the middle of things, sometimes we don't see things. So I want to encourage people today that the storm we're in, and this storm, so coming from our agency, and maybe with you, there is a significant increase in fear, anxiety, worries, frustration, confusion, not a lot of positive things. But I want to share with you today there are so many positive things that maybe you can't see, but we see. Positive things such as we lost a lot of volunteers, in part because many of our volunteers are older. We have gained more volunteers than what we lost. Probably about 20% plus more volunteers than we had before. Now, you may say, well, yeah, they're out of work, they got nothing to do. Well, what that does, though, is it brings people to a whole new area of our own community that they weren't even aware of, and which are homebound, hungry seniors. So we're getting just a tremendous response from the community stepping up to volunteer. As a result of that, you know, I've explained before to people that the whole meals and volunteers go hand in hand. You know, you could give me tons of money and I could buy tons of meals, but if I don't have the volunteers to deliver the meals, then we can't do that. Well, because of the reduction in some things here, some of the funds are being released for more feeding because I have more volunteers. And so now, not only do we have more volunteers, we're feeding more people. It's crazy, but that's great news. And people are stepping up. And, you know, one of the things I'm encouraging my staff and seniors, turn off the TV. Yes, there's a lot going on and it's serious. And I've said this 100 times. I'm not minimizing it. I have a family. I want to protect my family, not only in my home, but my family here, my family in the community. We're all part of a family, whether you think you are or not. You are. So I want to protect us. But the other side is we got to work through this. And the only way we're going to do it is together, which was my message last week. We got to do it together. So I got people stepping up that boggles my mind. So if you're not a big Facebook person or whatever, it is really cool. You know, if you go to our Facebook page, you know, Pitt County Senior Center, and look at the people who are stepping up. There are people that I never would have imagined, and quite honestly, never even partnered with us in the past. And I want to list all of them, but I'm going to forget some, and then I don't want some people to be upset. Well, you didn't say me, and there's a lot. I mean, phenomenal things. Phenomenal. Bagel Man has just stepped up big time. Henry Hinton, you know, whatever. You love the guy, hate the guy. He cares about the community. Again, this isn't about people. It's about the spirit. Open Door Church. Yeah, I can't even talk about this because it moves me so much about people who care. Sometimes when you, again, back into that storm, you don't know that there's actually people who care back at home or on the shore or whatever. There are so many people out there who care. Great Harvest Bread. Phenomenal stories. I can't even, there's so much to say that people are stepping up because it's in here. It's in here, and they know up here it's the right thing to do. We're all in a tough spot right now, but there's always someone in a tougher spot than what we're in. And these people are just coming out. There's people making masks and people donating. We talked about toilet paper before, and yeah, it's a big joke everywhere in the hoarding. But that hoarding, and you know who you are, that hoarding is hurting the people who don't have the money or resources to buy lots of toilet paper. And many of our seniors, they're out of toilet paper because there's none in the stores, and people like you hoarded it. When a senior just wants a roll, someone brought me a case of, I don't know, 80 rolls in a case. So again, that was like giving up a piece of gold, but again, they gave up. And it just phenomenal. I got volunteers who come in and say, here's some cupcakes for your staff. And then the handwriting campaign. People are writing notes like crazy out there, and we're delivering them to these homebound seniors. It's great that there's all these people who are calling on phones, and that's great. And in that moment, it's wonderful. But how about the senior that it's 9:00 at night and they're just sitting there worried? Or what happens if it's 6:00 in the morning and they're worried? They've got that note in their hand that says, "Dear senior, you don't know me, but I love you." And be encouraged. They get to hold on to a piece of person all day long. So these notes are just incredible. So I don't care who you are, young, old, kids, write a note. It literally takes a minute, 2 minutes to write 2 sentences, fold a piece of paper, do a couple more, 10 minutes. You could have 10 cards, drop them off here. I'll get them to the people. We'll get them to the people. You want a tangible way. It's not always about money. It's not always about things. But again, it's back to the heart. Give a little piece of your heart and a little piece of your time and write a note. So many good things. So many great people in our community stepping up, communicating. What can we do? Phenomenal. I'm a mean, grinchy kind of guy, and it has really melted my heart to see people who just love one another. So thank you for what you do for us so that we can help more people in our community. So I want to leave you. I always get that confused. That note. No MoCo. We're going to start a hashtag, and I'm going to tell Lori all of our Facebook posts, no MoCo, hashtag no MoCo. And it means no more Corona. We're done. There's going to be a huge eradication. I can't see it, but I know it's coming. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for looking out for one another. Pick up the phone, call someone you're angry with, you haven't talked to in a while. Call them, pick them up and say, "Yep, that crazy guy said I need to call you today." So love you guys. Thanks for watching and peace out.